Hey, what's up and how's it going, all MRBers? I am Mike McRuck for the McRuck and Bolt Wrestling Review Show, and right now I'm going to give you, holy crap, a prediction video. First one in a very long time. Alright, let's get this going. Here are my 2015 Royal Rumble predictions. Going into the Royal Rumble special event itself, I just don't see a lot of interest, and one of the main reasons why is because I feel like that the Royal Rumble match should be the most important and that the WWE World Heavyweight Championship should be secondary. That's the way it should always be when it comes to the Royal Rumble show. And for some reason this year, the WWE just doesn't... I'll put it to you this way. They're not doing their job right. I don't think that anyone should win the Royal Rumble this year because of the way WWE has been using their talents on the show. They're not establishing them well. They're not positioning them well to win the Royal Rumble. And I don't like that. I get there is a unpredictability factor going into the Royal Rumble match, but come on. The WWE needs to do a better job in establishing that this person may win the Royal Rumble, or that this person may, or that person. There's a lot of people to consider to winning the Royal Rumble match itself. And before I get into the Royal Rumble match, let's start at the very beginning. You got the pre-show match. You got the New Day versus Adam Rose, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd. This is going to be on the pre-show. To me, this is an excuse to have Cesaro and Tyson Kidd get some TV time on the WWE on the pre-show. And with that said, based on what I've seen on Raw, I see Adam Rose, Cesaro, and Tyson Kidd going over in this match. Also, you have the Ascension taking down the New Age Outlaws, and this all came about Monday Night Raw when all the old school Triple H cronies came back and basically embarrassed the Ascension. I really don't understand what the WWE has been doing with the Ascension ever since they came on the scene on Raw. Like I mentioned before in my video where I think that the WWE ruins NXT talent, this is a great example. The Ascension, they bring them in, they have them do a couple of jobber squash matches, and now all of a sudden they're facing the New Age Outlaws. Is that rushing it, or is this needed for the Ascension? I think that's a really good question to ask, and to me, when I look at this match, I think this is a good opportunity for the Ascension to silence the critics. I think they should have a longer match at the Royal Rumble, more than any other time that they have been given on Raw. And two, this is a chance for the Ascension to really stand out now. And based on what has been happening on Raw, I think they need to turn this around very quickly and have the Ascension go over in a dominant fashion, but also make the New Age Outlaws still look credible at the end because they are a long-time veteran tag team in the tag team division, and they were a big influence in the Attitude Era. And I think this would be a great time to give the Ascension some rub and have them defeat the New Age Outlaws. Also, you have Natalya and Paige teaming up for some odd god reason. I really don't know why. And they're taking on the team of Nikki and Brie Bella, the Bella Twins. Nikki Bella is obviously the Divas champion, and for some reason the WWE is not putting the Divas championship on the line. And when the WWE has really lost their faith with the Divas division when they don't have the title defended, I think is ridiculous on the part of the WWE for not doing that. So with that said, going into this match, I'm not really crazy. There's hardly any build up to this match at all. You have Paige and Natalya all of a sudden friends. You have Nikki and Brie Bella all of a sudden friends now. Ever since that time in the summer when the two of them were at odds with each other, for some reason, no one can explain that mystery. So I'm not really crazy about this match. I think probably what's going to happen here is that the match is going to be about the split up of Paige and Natalya. I think Paige works better as a heel, and I think a feud with Natalya would give her an edge, hopefully. And hopefully that Paige does get back the Divas Championship somewhere down the line, because Nikki Bella, to me, as a Divas Champion, I just can't buy into that. So, with all that taken into account, I'm just not crazy about the match. I see the Bella twins going over, and then after the match, you have some sort of split up happening with Paige and Natalya. The next match, the Usos defending the Tag Team Championships against The Miz and Damien Sandow. Or should I say Damien Mizdow, because he's a Miz's stunt double. And to me, this is one of the redeeming qualities, that little glimmers of hope in the WWE, is to see this tag team of The Miz and Damien Mizdow and what Damien Mizdow has been doing. And when he's been given a gimmick that the WWE has been given, he goes all the way with it. And every time he's on TV, I just sit back and relax and laugh my head off, because I know I'm going to be in for a good one when it comes to Damien Mizdow. But for the past few weeks now, where the WWE has now been teasing this sort of split with these two guys, and I think this will be a good opportunity to have Damien Mizdow run as a babyface like they failed to do with Alex Riley, and have a feud with The Miz going into WrestleMania. So with that reason, I think the Usos retain their tag team championships. And somewhere, maybe in the Royal Rumble match, something happens between the two of them that even causes more of them for them to split up. And that's where I lead into the Royal Rumble match. Like I said earlier, this match should be the most important, more important than the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, because it is the Royal Rumble event. Two of them, well, actually should be up here instead of one up here and one all the way down here. But ever since I watched the old school Raw, when all the Triple H cronies came back, a little glimmer of hope. Not much, but it's some. There's some interest going into the Royal Rumble match. And like I said, I think the WWE has not have been doing a really good job into building up one guy, making us believe that this guy would win. And to me, a really good example is Roman Reigns. I mean, here's a guy that eliminated, what was it, 12 or 13 eliminations last year, beating Kane's record. And they've done a really lame-ass job of following through with it. And that's that's one of the big reasons why I think Roman Reigns should not win this match. I don't want to see a guy who cuts cartoony promos about Superman and Faster Than the Speed of Light, pew, and Jack and the frickin' Beanstalk and Fucker and Succotash. I don't even know how to say that anymore. I just don't want to see that guy who cuts those really corny promos be the guy in the main event at WrestleMania. That would make me cringe. But on Raw, we saw Roman Reigns go in that better direction that he should, and that's not pick up the microphone. Roman Reigns needs to stay away from the microphone. But if he does speak, it should be really impactful, really powerful, and short and sweet and to the point. That's what I think about Roman Reigns right now. And to the people who say that Roman Reigns is not ready All I have to say is, how do you know when you're ready when you're not been tested? It's Wrestling 101. So, with all that taken into account, do I see Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble, even though the WWE will probably have him win the Royal Rumble? Probably not! Moving on, I think that Daniel Bryan is another good candidate to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's the best choice to win the Royal Rumble. Maybe you can argue that, because who else could face Daniel Bryan at this point at WrestleMania? To me, I just don't see anyone, and I think maybe that is the reason why maybe Daniel Bryan should win the Royal Rumble. But with his recent neck injury, how can you rely on a guy who just recently has came back from a neck injury and then all of a sudden gets re-injured again? Be careful what you wish for. Remember that time last year at the Royal Rumble where the fans pooned on Blue Tista winning the Royal Rumble? Yeah, I was one of them. I will admit to that. But here's the thing about that. Daniel Bryan had his WrestleMania moment last year. Does he really need another one going into this year's WrestleMania? You can argue that maybe that it was taken away from him because of his neck injury, because of that lame-ass title run, and maybe he'll have a better title run. Maybe that's the case. I know a lot of people want to see Daniel Bryan win this Royal Rumble match, and maybe he is the right choice after even Hulk Hogan said it himself. But I'm not 100% there. I'm 80% there, but not 100% there. You also have a guy like Dean Ambrose. I mean, the WWE has not positioned Dean Ambrose very well. They had a feud with Bray Wyatt, which I will get to in just a bit, and that never really helped him at all. And to me, that is the biggest reason why I don't think Dean Ambrose should win the Royal Rumble. They just haven't positioned him at that point to make me believe that he will win the Royal Rumble match. And when it comes to Bray Wyatt, maybe he doesn't need this win. I mean, this whole talk about Bray Wyatt facing The Undertaker, I really don't want to see that, because The Undertaker streak is gone. I just don't want to see it as of this point. If anyone faces The Undertaker, it's Sting. And I'll get to that maybe in a future video. And when it comes to Bray Wyatt, I think the best direction for him is not The Undertaker. The best direction for Bray Wyatt is to win the Royal Rumble and to go on and face whoever the champion is at WrestleMania and win the title. To me, that is my choice. That I want to see win the Royal Rumble. But is WWE really going to go there with Bray Wyatt? I think they should. And for the WWE to sit there and have Bray Wyatt win that TLC match against Dean Ambrose and win the ambulance match and then win against Bray Wyatt on Raw, how could you not have Bray Wyatt win the Royal Rumble? Seriously, Bray Wyatt needs this Royal Rumble win. They need to put a stamp on this guy, correct a lot of the wrongs that happened to him, like the Cena treatment, and have him win the Royal Rumble match. Now, with all that being said, here's another theory as well. Now, this is a long shot, and I mean the longest of long shots when it comes to wild and crazy theories that may not even happen. But to me, this would make a lot of sense, and storyline sense. And it all started at WrestleMania 30. Remember that big shock? Brock Lesnar bet The Undertaker? They could always fall back on that. What if The Undertaker is maybe entrant number 30 and shocks everyone and he cleans house and wins the Royal Rumble? And then he goes on that redemption storyline and faces Brock Lesnar even for the championship and beats Brock Lesnar for the championship. It doesn't have to be for the championship. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Maybe you can argue that at some point. But man, that would be great to see The Undertaker get that redemption back and have him face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania and beats Brock Lesnar, gets that redemption, and avenges his loss at WrestleMania 30. Like I said, I don't think the WWE will go there, but it's a theory, and it's a long shot theory. And with that being said, let's just get right to the main event, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match, the match that really has a lot more interest than any other match on this show. To me, this is a one-match show. Going into it, coming out of it, could be a totally different thing. But going into this, to me, this is the most interesting match. There's a lot of build-up in this match. You have face-offs with Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar, and Brock Lesnar and Cena, and Seth Rollins and Cena. So there's a lot of elements. Even Paul Heyman and Seth Rollins on the microphone with the dialogue back and forth for the past few weeks as well. And I think the build-up to this match is actually not half bad. And with that said, I think the winner of this match should be Brock Lesnar. Now, there's always this idea in the back of my mind that John Cena will win. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Only because Brock Lesnar gave Cena 16 suplexes at SummerSlam, which is giving a subliminal message to the fans who are smart enough to realize that maybe John Cena will break Ric Flair's record, which I don't think he should. So, with that said, I just have that sneaky feeling in the back of my mind that Cena's going to win. I hope not. I hope that Brock Lesnar retains the championship here, goes into WrestleMania and defends the championship. I mean, here's the guy that defeated Undertaker at WrestleMania. This is the guy that squashed Cena at SummerSlam. And why not go into why not even follow through with that and have him go into WrestleMania as the champion? To me, that makes the most sense out of anything. It's just the way that the WWE has been booking Brock Lesnar really bugs me a lot too. I mean, they have him appear not very often. He went from special attraction to no attraction. Now he's come back, and he should appear a lot more. From right now to the Royal Rumble to Fastlane to WrestleMania, Brock Lesnar should appear a lot more. I think it would make up a lot of the non-appearances that he has been not given time on TV. So I think that Brock Lesnar should win the championship here. There is a lot of talk that the only reason why Seth Rollins is in this match that it is because he eats the pinfall. Maybe he shouldn't. Maybe a pinfall would hurt Seth Rollins. Maybe the best way to go for this match to result in is to have Brock Lesnar pin John Cena. I think it would make a lot of fans happy. I think it would do Seth Rollins a little bit of wonders leading up to WrestleMania. And I think whoever wins the WrestleMania World Heavyweight Championship will be the victim of the Seth Rollins cash-in. That's just my theory. That could change, but I'm going to put that out there right now. Brock Lesnar retains the championship at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view. Now my question to you, what are your predictions going into Royal Rumble 2015? Whatever they are, comment below and let me know. While you're at it, you can also hit that subscribe button down below this video to become an MRBer. You can even follow MRB Wrestling on Twitter, and you can like us on Facebook at the Mick Rock and Bolt Wrestling Review Show. And on a final note, to all you viewers watching, get plenty of rest and always do your best.